Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the RoBuilder YouTube channel. Today we're hopping back into the horror game because the comments have called me out, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've been working on this game and it's looking decent, all right? And I made this cool electrical room. That's one of my, I really like this room. And everything looks pretty good. Looks better when it's dark. And then you go back here to this switch and the comments basically said, hey, my boy, that switch is trash. It's a tragic switch. Now, guys, the simple answer to why this switch is tragic is I was lazy. All right. Now, this is a big deal, okay? Because sometimes your boy gets very lazy and I end up with models like this. And then people are like, dang, RoBuilder, more like row 3 parts to make a switch. Yeah, guys, today we're going to hop into Blender, make a new switch. At the very least, it's gonna look so much better, and thank you for calling me out. Now, I will say, I'm lazy probably more times than I'm not when it comes to developing on videos. Like, every time I make a video, I'm like, hey, what's the fastest way to get this done? Not necessarily the best way, and that definitely leaves me with quite a bit of, models, I guess I could say. But, now that we can take our time on it and actually get something that looks nice, we're gonna make a very nice switch. Let's grab this front face, inset it. I don't need proportional editing on. All right, let's inset this to maybe here. I think that's okay. Now let's extrude it. Looking good. Add a little bevel. Not bad. Now let's inset this again, maybe to about here. I think I want to grab all the lines and make this a little bit more squared. Not all the way, but just a little. Something like that. Looks quite a bit better to me. Now let's grab this face once again, extrude it once again, and then we're going to grab the top and the bottom lines and add a nice bevel. Something like that looks okay. Let's shade smooth, auto smooth just to clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna add 2 loop cuts and scale those away from each other. Right here, we can have a little sticker. So I'm just gonna extrude this a little bit. Control plus and then P and selection. Now we have a little sticker that can go on right there. Now let's get into the dirty details. I mean, they could be clean details too. First things first, I want to add screws. So let's do cylinder, bring this down maybe like 6 sides, rotate it 90 degrees. And let's just scale this down, put it right up here in the corner. Gotta be sticking out a little bit. Throw one on this side as well. And then some on the bottom. Guys, this switch is already looking a slight bit better. Now what I'm gonna do is duplicate all of these. We're gonna try something. This might not work. Duplicate, scale them down. Okay, it's kind of gonna work. Let's move these in, scale them up just a little. All right, it's kind of working, I guess. All right, and then one more thing that I want to do to give these a little bit of a difference from the outside ones is I'm gonna switch this to individual origins, and then we're gonna rotate 90 degrees. And that's just gonna make it look a little bit different than the bolts that we already have on here. I think it helps. Another thing that I think would be cool, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but let's try to add a bevel on the outside of this, something like that. Extrude along face normals and drop that back just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Tiny bit of detail. However, we don't want it actually bent like that. We want it flat. There we go. Now that we have this, it's like the base of a switch. Let's move on to the actual handle that you will twist. So I think for that, we're going to use a cylinder. We're going to bump this up to say 12 sides. Shade auto smooth. Flip it 90 degrees. Scale it down. Maybe to about here. And then scale it on the X. Bring it to the front. I'm not too mad at this. Let's bring this up a little bit so it's a better circle. And now let's think of an actual design. So we're going to bring this out. This will be the actual handle that you twist. Let's do one loop cut in the middle and bring this up. And then let's grab these faces, extrude, scale, and extrude. So something like this for a handle grip. And then lastly, I want to extrude these one more time. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work, but I'm definitely going to try. We're going to grab the top 3, just like this. Maybe we should only grab the center 2. Yeah, center 2 looks better to me. And we're going to extrude. Now scale on the Z to make them flat. And then grab these center lines and flatten those as well. Something like this. I really should have just used the mirror modifier, but you know, we don't think that far ahead. All right, so now that we have this, I'm going to extrude these again, but I'm going to scale them in on the X-axis. Turn this back to here. Something like this. And then we're going to extrude again, and it will connect the handle. As you can see, this is a lot better of a switch. I'm gonna go ahead and separate everything how it needs to be for textures, and then we'll see how it looks. But the Switch itself, so much better. All right, first things first, let's grab our handle. We're gonna grab both of these and Control++, P and selection. There we go. All of the, oh wow, this, let's Control Z that because we grabbed a little bit too much. We don't want any of this stuff. So let's unselect those. There we go. This will be like the grip for the handle. The rest of this will actually all be red. In fact, let me add a little bit of detail onto here. I'm gonna grab these lines, bevel them, and now I'm gonna deselect. Let me grab our faces. Let's deselect this one, and then we're gonna just extrude these just to add a little bit of detail, man, a smidgen. There we go. So this will be probably red. This will be black. I want this whole thing to be red. So let's Control+++. There we go. P selection. So this will be white. This will be red. This will be red. Let's join the bolts together. I'm thinking these will be like a darker red, and then these will be gray. And then we have the backing plate, which I kind of want to put some sort of texture on. I don't know what kind of texture. Maybe hazard, maybe something. But for now, I think we have everything separated. Topology-wise, well, not exactly the greatest. X, limited dissolve. There we go. Automatically looks cleaner. Quite a bit cleaner, actually. Now we're gonna go ahead, import this to Studio after we check one more thing. Face orientation. Yep, everything looks good. Oh, one more thing, actually. I believe, let me add a little detail on this. And then I want to make sure its pivot point is right, which we could probably edit the pivot in Studio, but I feel like it will edit from here. See how we're rotating? That's not where we want the pivot point. We want it, here. Over here, man. I don't know how to change that. All right, we're better. Set origin to 3D cursor. There's probably a better way to do that. But you know, set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Now we'll have both of these, and it does flip where it is supposed to flip. I feel like that will make it a lot easier on the scripter. Now, the last thing I want to do for this model right here, we're just going to inset these faces a little bit and add maybe a bolt on the inside. So inset, then we're going to extrude inwards a little bit, inset them again, and extrude out. Yeah, just a little extra detail. I think I want to round these edges just a bit. Not the bottom one though, not this one. Let's round those. Once again, just making it look a little bit better. We're gonna do one sharp bevel so it doesn't look like Play-Doh. I guess it still kind of does, but that's okay. Now we're gonna export it to Studio. Oh, wait. I know, false call. I do want to bevel these too. I feel like adding a bevel on every edge just makes it a little bit better, okay? So let's bevel that. Something like this. See, that's so much cleaner, man. And then for the back, we're gonna scale this in and then out a little bit. Practically another bevel. Now, finally, without further ado, yes, to Studio. Import complete. That's what I like to see. No errors. Insert with location. Guys, this thing, first off, is massive. All right, probably should tone that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then, dudes, it's gonna look so much better. Let's toss it in here. Rotate. There we go. And scale it up so it's the same size as the old one. Look. Okay, maybe down just a little bit. Look at that before and after, man. Let's slap some textures on this. Well, colors first, and then we'll go textures. Very black. I'm thinking for this. Whoa. Let me back in the room. I'm thinking for this and this, we're gonna go like a crimson. Actually, I think maroon looks a little bit better. Now for these bolts, I'm gonna do the, ooh, that looks good. Cocoa. Awesome. These will just be gray. And then this, let's make like a bright yellow, or like kind of probably a dulled out yellow. It is a horror game after all. Let's go to the Add Easy Textures plugin, which I haven't used in a while. Let's go with basic because they do. There we go. Caution. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's do all sides. Caution. And let's check that out. All right. Not bad. We got some work to do on it. I think the model itself should be black or gray. That looks better. And then these maybe like 4 and 4. Yeah. I think that's looking pretty good. Now let's grab this piece. I want to make it like a white gray, something like this. And then we should probably add some 3D text to it. So we have another plugin called 3D text. Perfect. Activate cursor. We're going to put on right here. Make that black. And we're going to put off on the bottom and black that out. Now let's scale these down a bit so they actually fit on here and turn our movement off. 2.251 studs. Who did this? This is not the movement I like. And then let's sync these in a little bit, maybe down into here and then up, just to have a little on off. I think that's really cool. And then that rotation is just a little wonky. That's looking good. All right, so now that we have our switch and the on-offs, let's send it over to Robo and he will make it work. That looks so much cooler, man. I'll show you guys with all the lighting effects and the lights off after he scripts it. Last thing, material manager, yes. Metal, come on, where are you, metal? Yes, and boom. Yes, so much better. And guys, that is the progress. In the next video, oh gosh, which way am I going? We need to make another room. The break room is up next, so we need to make that. And then some people said they want these signs above the doors a little different. Right now, they're a bit too futuristic, I think is what the comments were saying. And I don't exactly know how I should do those just yet, because the reason there are the signs is so people can see the doors, you know, as you're walking. Like we can see there's another door up there. If we don't make them neon, you won't be able to see them until you're right there with the flashlight. So this will be the break room. It's so creepy and grungy in here. And then of course, hopefully we'll get some more sound effects and other cool scripted stuff like that. But guys, I just gotta say, being lazy versus not being lazy, I mean, wow, genuinely a massive difference. I do think that is gonna wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.